Good morning, students. It's our next topic of fundamental rights, cultural and educational rights, under the article number 29 and 30. According to these articles, one article says that protection of language and protection of culture of minority communities, and next one is right to minorities to establish the educational institutions. Or we can say that if we are thinking about the Indian society, there is a huge diversity. The first word comes in our mind is diversity. So India is not made up of a monolithic society. We have a vast society that has vast diversity. In such a society that is full of diversity, there would be a social difference, social sections which are small in numbers compared to the other big groups. मीन्स हमारे यहाँ जो माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज़ हैं उन पे नॉर्मली डोमिनेशन देखी जाती है मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज़ की, ठीक है। मेजॉरिटी हमेशा माइनॉरिटी को ओवरथ्रो करने की कोशिश करती है, तो उससे उसे प्रोटेक्शन दिलवाने के लिए ये माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज़ जो हैं वो अपना वेलफेयर, अपनी ग्रोथ कर सकें विद द हेल्प ऑफ गवर्नमेंट्स पॉलिसी। तो ये जो आर्टिकल हैं ये इन्हें वही प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करवाते हैं। Our constitution believes that diversity is our strength. यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी, ये टैगलाइन हमारे यहाँ यूज़ भी की जाती है। वन ऑफ द फंडामेंटल राइट्स इज़ द राइट टू द माइनॉरिटीज़ to maintain their own culture. This minority status is not dependent only upon the religion, but also the linguistic and the cultural minorities are included in this provision. Minorities are groups that have a common language, one religion, or they live in a particular part of a country, or as a whole they are outnumbered by some other social sections. Such communities have their own culture, have their own language, their beliefs, their ideas, their scripts, and have the right to conserve and develop that ideas, that beliefs, that language, that culture, that tradition. So all the minorities, the religious groups and the linguistic groups can set up their own educational institutions for the growth of their own culture, their language, their community, their tradition, their beliefs, etc. By doing so, they can preserve and develop their own culture. The government will not, while granting aid to the educational institutions, but protect their own rights, provide some privileges for the growth and development of the that particular type of educational institutions. Discrimination against any educational institution on the basis of that is under the management of the minority community. So for the protection of these minority communities and the welfare of it, our fundamental rights have article number 29 and 30. Through both these articles, our constitution provides us the various rights to protect and for the growth of these minority communities, for the betterment and for the dignityful life. Now the next one is the most important fundamental right of our constitution. Constitutional remedies. We can also say that the most important and the heart and soul of our constitution, according to Mr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. So we agree that our constitution contains a very impressive list of fundamental rights, but only writing down a list of fundamental rights it is enough. सिर्फ फंडामेंटल राइट्स का होना क्या उन फंडामेंटल राइट्स को प्रैक्टिकली सेफ और सिक्योर कर सकता है? क्या हम उन फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बेसिस पे प्रैक्टिकली सिर्फ इसलिए कि भाई वो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की लिस्ट में लिखे हुए हैं, मैंडेटरी है उनको फॉलो करना, क्या सफिशिएंट है इतना होना? नहीं। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज़ जो है, ये जो आर्टिकल है, ये उन फंडामेंटल राइट्स की रियल वैल्यू को शो करता है, ठीक है। इस आर्टिकल की वजह से फंडामेंटल राइट्स की वैल्यू इन्हेंस होती है। ह्यूमन लाइफ जो है या ह्यूमन बींग्स जो है वो प्रोटेक्टेड अपने आप को फील करते हैं, क्योंकि अगर कहीं पे भी उनके राइट्स जो है वो वायलेट होते हैं तो ये उन्हें प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करवाएगा। एक होता है ना एक जैसे प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर होती है, अगर हम कहीं बाहर जा रहे हैं और हमारे पेरेंट्स या हमारे फैमिली में से कोई बड़ा हमारे साथ है तो हम अपने आप को प्रोटेक्टिव फील करते हैं। सेम वही कंडीशन यहाँ पे भी है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज़ जो हैं ये अदर फंडामेंटल राइट्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने का काम करता है। ठीक है, देयर हैज़ टू बी अ वे इन विच दे कुड बी realized in practice and defend against any attack of these right to constitutional remedies. This means through which this is to be achieved. According to Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the father of the constitution, we can say, considered the right to the constitutional remedies as the heart and the soul of the constitution, yani major important part of the constitution. It is so because the right gives a citizen to the right to approach to a high court or a supreme court to get any of the fundamental rights restored in the case of their violation. The Supreme Court and the High Courts can issue orders and give directions, issue some writs to the government for the enforcement of these above rights. The court can issue the various special orders, and that orders are known as writs. According to the fundamental rights, we have 5 writs. So the first one is habeas corpus. It is a type of court order, we can say, a writ, which means that the court orders that the arrested person should be presented before the court. It can also order to set free and arrest the person if the manner or the grounds of arrest are not lawful or satisfactory. मीन्स हम ये कह सकते हैं कि विद इन 24 आवर्स और कुछ कंडीशंस में 48 आवर्स तक उसे डिटेंशन, हम जिसे बोलते हैं जनरली, उसे डिटेंशन, प्रिवेंटिव डिटेंशन का जो क्राइटेरिया है वो उसके लिए फॉलो करना होता है. The next one is mandamus. According to this, it is a type of office holder not doing legal work or legal duty. Then the court or the other provisions use this writ. This writ is issued when the court finds that a particular office holder is not doing the legal duty and thereby is using on the right of an individual, snatching the right of an individual. Next one is prohibition. Means this writ is issued by a higher court, okay, to the lower court. Means Supreme Court order this to the lower court, yani high court, or high court order this to the district court. You can say that higher court, when a lower court has considered a case going beyond its jurisdiction. Next is quae warranto. If the court finds that a person is holding any office but is not entitled to hold that office, मतलब ज़बरदस्ती टाइप जो कंडीशन होती है ना, it issues the writ, this writ, and restrict the person from acting as an office holder. उसको कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है through this writ. Next is gratior. Under this writ, the court orders a lower court or the another authority to transfer a matter which is pending before it to the higher authority or the equivalent organization. So these 5 rights protect all the fundamental rights. अगर हम कहीं पे भी हमें लगता है कि हमारे साथ जस्टिस नहीं हुआ या फिर हमारा जो केस है उसे प्रॉपरली डील नहीं किया गया, हमारी बात पे फोकस नहीं किया गया, हम कहीं पे भी अगर अपने आप को राइट्स के इशू में अगर मतलब अपने आप को अगर लगता है कि वी आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, सो वी कैन गो थ्रू दीज रिट्स एंड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडी. Apart from the judiciary, many other mechanisms have been created in the later years for the protection of rights. So, in these parts, we can say that the social organizations like the NGOs and all that, the National Commission of the Minority, the National Commission on Women, the National Commission on Scheduled Caste, so many organizations, these institutions protect the rights of women, the rights of minority, the right of Dalit, the right of the other backward community and classes.